Eamon, thanks again for giving us the time for the interview. First of all, we are just over the halfway point in the season now, so it seems a good time to get your views on the key Premier League issues. Firstly, the Premier League title race looks to be a battle between Manchester United and Manchester City. So can Alex Ferguson's men take the title back from the champions?
Oh yes, I think United will win the league. I think they'll win it quite comfortably actually. They usually come on stronger in the second half of the season. They're 7 points clear. They haven't played really well by their own high standards. They've had a lot of injuries to cope with to defenders. They'll get all those players back in the new year. I think they're much more impressive than City at the moment, and I think they're a good thing to win the championship.
Next, there are around half a dozen teams that are still aiming for places in the top four. Who do you think will win the Champions League spot alongside City and United?
Yeah, it's Spurs have really done well in recent weeks. It can be a bit misleading because there's so many poor teams in the Premier League that you can get clubs, big clubs, having a long run. That can be a bit misleading. Arsenal, for example, had a long run now. They played poorly away to Southampton. Spurs have had a good run at the moment. Chelsea, I think for sure, I think will get the third spot. I think Chelsea, despite losing to QPR at home, which was a big shock, they were very impressive at Everton last week, and I think Chelsea will be third. I would say the fourth spot at the moment, Spurs are there. They're playing well, very well actually, but I'm not sure how they'll do when they meet the bigger sides, bigger clubs. I think that will be between Arsenal and Spurs. Everton also got a very good result at Newcastle. Everton will be, if they can, they don't have depth in their squad, they don't have strength and depth, so they're very vulnerable to injuries. I think Everton have a chance. So the fourth spot will be first Manchester United, Man City, Chelsea. Then you've got either Spurs, Arsenal, or Everton. Hard to call.
Next, QPR got a great win at Chelsea to boost their survival bid, but which three teams do you think will end up getting relegated?
I think Reading will be relegated. I think they have a poor side. They weren't able to invest in the summer, and I think Reading are more or less certain to go down. Who will go down with them? I think Villa will get out of trouble. I don't think Newcastle will be in trouble. Harry Redknapp has a great record in situations like this, and QPR, that win at Chelsea will give them a hell of a boost. As things stand, on the basis of the players he has, I would say QPR and Reading will be two to go down. Wigan, they're always thereabouts. Southampton are down there. It's hard to call it. I kind of have faith in Harry Redknapp, and he's got the transfer window which opens today, the January transfer window, to bring in a couple of players. So I wouldn't be surprised if QPR got out of jail. I'd say Reading are a certainty to go down. Other than that, it's very, very hard to call.
And finally, this week's tips.
Now, this week is the FA Cup, and you have to be wary, really. I don't think the big clubs are sometimes too concerned about the FA Cup. They're more focused on the league. For example, QPR, they've got a game you think they might win, but they got West Brom at home. Will they really want to win and get involved in a cup run when their main priority will be the league? I'd say no. And the same applies to other clubs who are trying to get in the Champions League. Do they want to get involved in a cup run with all the risks of injuries and playing too many games? Maybe not. So caution is advised. But I have a treble. Aston Villa, I think, will beat Ipswich. That's one. Manchester United always want to win. They're away to West Ham, and I don't think Alex Ferguson knows how to send a team out that doesn't want to win. So I think United will beat West Ham. That's away from home. Yeah, and the third one would be Fulham to beat Blackpool. Fulham had a very good win. They had a rocky period. Very good win away to West Brom at the weekend. I think Fulham will want a cup run. They're playing Blackpool at home. So that would be my treble. Aston Villa, Manchester United and Fulham is this weekend's treble.
Eamon, thank you again for your time.
Pleasure.